In a span of 7 months within the same year, Vivo has given us the Vivo V23 5G and now the Vivo V25 5G. This color-changing smartphone is such a big flagship that it is the official smartphone of the Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup starting in November. Hello there, my name is Dominic and today I will be unboxing and reviewing the Vivo V25 5G. But first, the price. The Vivo V25 5G will sell for 56,999 Kenya shillings. Is it high? Is it affordable? Let me know what you think of this price in the comments below after watching the rest of the video. There are two versions of the Vivo V25 5G, the Diamond Black and Aquamarine Blue, which is what I have. When it comes to the accessories, the Vivo V25 5G comes with a free clear phone case that fits the phone perfectly. It also comes with a pair of hands-free headset, a SIM ejector tool, USB cable, and a USB Type-C to headphone jack adapter. That's because the phone does not have a 3.5mm audio jack. And lastly, we have a massive 44-watt charger. This must fill up the phone in no time at all. I like the box's straight-edge design on this phone as well as just the right amount of curve on the corners. It speaks of a trendy and modern design. The two camera rings are simple and minimalistic, plus I love how slim the camera bump is. This is one camera bump that you can't feel in your pocket. The back cover is made of plastic and has this glittering shimmer. It might look like it's a rough surface, but it's actually very smooth and a fingerprint-proof surface. I can comfortably use the Vivo V25 5G without the phone case provided because I won't have to constantly wipe fingerprints on the back of the phone. This back cover changes color when in sunlight. The color change happens almost immediately when exposed to sunlight. In like 20 seconds or so, the color completely changes from aquamarine blue to this dark blue color. This is what Vivo calls fluorite AG. Anything blocking the back will be imprinted on the back of the phone. The more creative you are, the better or worse the imprint will be. For example, you could use a keychain, coins, or your car key fob. The color changing disappears after a few minutes if you take the phone indoors. This color changing doesn't necessarily work in direct sunshine alone. It will work in ordinary outdoor sunlight, which is in the shade too. That's because of the sun's ultraviolet rays. So you can recreate this using a UV torch while indoors. The display is a 6.44-inch AMOLED display with a 90Hz refresh rate. It is a Full HD Plus display with 2404 by 1080 screen resolution. Being an AMOLED display means that the viewer gets true black colors where the pixels are actually off. This is perfect for watching movies in dark environments. This display is also very bright even in direct sunlight. One more thing is that there's an actual setting on this phone to change the color mode. There are 3 settings, namely standard, professional, and bright. I find that the bright setting works well in sunlight. The animations are smoother because of the high 90Hz refresh rate. Games on the Google Play Store are increasingly being made to support higher refresh rates, so this is a huge advantage to gamers. For better performance, I left my setting to Smart Switch, which selects the refresh rate according to actual usage. By doing this, I get both the advantage of a smoother and more refined dynamic display when required, as well as save on battery power consumption when it's not needed. The official 8GB of RAM can be extended further by using the extended RAM feature. This uses part of the storage as RAM and the maximum ROM allowed is 8GB for a total of 16GB RAM. Already 8GB is a lot of RAM for a smartphone, but having 16GB is another whole level of insane. Applications open at the touch of an icon, and if there's any delay, then it must be an animation built into the app. Switching apps is also instant because they are not killed in the background. They open to exactly where you left off without reloading at all. It's unfair to attribute it all to the RAM, but it's the chipset that is also behind all this great performance. The Dimensity 900 octa-core processor is a beast, and it's the reason why this phone can shoot 4K videos. The Vivo V25 5G has a triple rear camera setup at the back. The main lens is 64 megapixels, followed by an 8 megapixel wide angle and a 2 megapixel macro lens. Both the main lens and wide angle have relatively similar photo qualities with a very slight difference in color tone. With high resolution selected, the resulting images are big in size and incredibly detailed. This is to the point where you can zoom in on an area and get a good resolution. The macro photos are a bit washed up when compared to the main photos. The portrait photos are very sharp, and if you want to refine them further, then you can do so using the bokeh setting built into the camera app. Look at this difference between the normal photo and refined portrait. There's a very big difference. Now on to video recording, and there's a lot to unpack here. First, the maximum video recording quality is 4K at 30 frames per second. That's for both the front and rear cameras. The other qualities are 1080p at both 30 and 60 FPS. The 4K videos are crisp, clear and with enough realistic details. I've not done any color correction on these samples. These are the type of videos you enjoy on a big screen TV and not a phone. Only the main camera can shoot at 4K. The 8-megapixel wide-angle lens is capped at 1080p at 30 fps. Videos from the ultra-wide camera are also good and with enough detail as well as realistic colors. The big front 50-megapixel lens also delivers nice selfies in almost any light conditions that includes direct sunlight, in the shade, and in low light conditions as well. Provided there is some light, selfies and videos in dark environments will come out looking great. The other video qualities are 1080p in both 30 and 60 fps. The 4K recording mode using the front camera requires static shots without a lot of movement. With steady face enabled, which is stabilization mode, the picture zooms in a little bit, but the result is great looking stabilized videos. Look at another example with steady face off and with steady face on. You can see that there is a very big difference between the two shots. The battery in the Vivo V25 5G is 4500 mAh. How long will the 44-watt flash charger take to fill the device from 0% to full battery? Well, I did an experiment answering that question and I got 22% in only 10 minutes and 31% after 15 minutes. That is very fast and impressive at the same time. I will post a link to the full charging experiment in the video description below as well as the pinned comment. In conclusion, the Vivo V25 5G is an excellent phone with great performance and impressive camera qualities. I wish it had a traditional audio jack and the macro lens be improved to at least 8 megapixels. There is another version of the Vivo V25 which is the Vivo V25e. I will post all the details about it and where to buy in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video and goodbye.